Picture Earth 4 billion years ago. Chaotic, volcanic, and lifeless. The land was barren, but the oceans brimmed with simple molecules swirling in a primordial soup. Over millions of years, some molecules linked together, forming complex chains. Then, oily bubbles appeared, tiny shelters separating a bit of ocean from the chaos outside. Inside these bubbles, chemistry became more organized. Here, a crucial molecule emerged, DNA or something like it. DNA could copy itself, passing instructions from one bubble to the next. This was heredity, the first thread connecting generations. Life was no longer a fleeting reaction. It became a story, written molecule by molecule. For eons, these simple cells floated in the ancient seas, eating chemicals, growing, and dividing. With each division, tiny mutations crept in. Most changes did nothing, but some offered advantages. This was evolution at its simplest, trial and error, shaping life in the deep. These humble cells held the seeds of everything to come. They were the ancestors of all life, quietly evolving in the silent depths. From these beginnings, the epic story of life began. The stage was set for the next great leap. For over 1 billion years, life stayed simple, until some cells learned to harness sunlight. These cyanobacteria invented photosynthesis, using sunlight to make food and releasing oxygen as waste. At first, oxygen reacted with iron in the oceans, creating layers of rust. But as oxygen built up, it began to escape into the atmosphere, transforming the planet. This was the Great Oxygenation Event. For early life, oxygen was toxic, a catastrophe that wiped out many species. Yet evolution found a way. Some bacteria adapted, learning to use oxygen for respiration, unlocking far more energy. This adaptation fueled the rise of more complex life. Cells began to cooperate. One engulfed another that could use oxygen efficiently. Instead of digesting it, they formed a partnership. The origin of mitochondria, our cells' power plants. With this new complexity came the nucleus, protecting precious DNA. This was the birth of the eukaryotic cell, the foundation of all plants, fungi, and animals. Oxygen, once a deadly poison, became the fuel for life's next explosion. The stage was set for multicellular life. Evolution was about to accelerate. The world would never be the same. Life remained mostly single-celled, but complexity was brewing. Some cells began sticking together, forming colonies. Soon, a division of labor emerged. Some cells moved, others digested food. This was the dawn of the animal body plan, specialized cells working together. Simple colonies evolved into the first true animals, hollow balls of cells, ancestors of jellyfish and polyps. For the first time, life hunted, not just floated. Predator and prey drove an evolutionary arms race, better movement senses and protection. Some creatures developed a front and back concentrating senses at one end, the first step toward a brain. Others evolved a notochord, the prototype for a backbone. These were the first chordates, ancestors of all vertebrates. From teamwork in the seas, the blueprint for complex animals, and us, was born. The seas teemed with life, and fish evolved jaws, teeth, and sharper senses. One group, the lobe-finned fish, developed fleshy, bony fins and primitive lungs. These adaptations let them prop up on the seabed and gulp air when water was low in oxygen. Land offered new opportunities, food, space, and fewer predators, but also new challenges. Lobe-finned fish began making short trips onto land, their fins evolving into legs. Lungs grew more efficient, and brains adapted to a new world. These pioneers became the first amphibians, still tied to water but venturing onto land. Life on land demanded stronger skeletons and new ways to sense the world. Hearing adapted for air, and brains rewired for new sights and sounds. The move to land was a monumental leap, opening the continents to vertebrate life. Evolution's next chapter was underway. The conquest of land had begun. Amphibians conquered land, but their eggs kept them tied to water. The amniotic egg changed everything. A self-contained pond, safe from drying out. Reptiles flourished, developing waterproof skin and stronger legs. Then came the dinosaurs, dominating Earth for over 150 million years. Some small dinosaurs evolved feathers, first for warmth, then for display and flight. These feathered dinosaurs became the first birds. Disaster struck when an asteroid ended the dinosaurs' reign, causing mass extinction. Yet some survivors endured. Birds, the last dinosaurs, and small mammals hiding in the shadows. The age of reptiles ended, but new opportunities emerged. Evolution's story pressed on. The world was ready for a new kind of animal. Mammals would soon rise to prominence. The stage was set for our own story. While dinosaurs ruled, mammals thrived in the shadows, small, warm-blooded, and furry. They gave birth to live young and cared for them with milk, allowing longer development and learning. When the asteroid struck, mammals seized the chance to diversify. Some took to the trees, evolving grasping hands and forward-facing eyes, the first primates. Others returned to the sea or roamed the plains. In Africa, changing climates pushed some primates onto the savanna. Walking upright freed their hands for carrying, caring, and tool use. This feedback loop, bipedalism, tool use, bigger brains, created the first hominins, our ancestors. Humanity's story is the latest chapter in this epic. Our oxygen comes from ancient bacteria. Our cells are powered by ancient partnerships. Our hands evolved from fish fins. Our bodies from ancient worms. We are the product of 4 billion years of evolution, trial, error, catastrophe, and innovation. We are thinking stardust, the legacy of life's journey from ocean depths to reaching for the stars. The story continues, written in every living thing, and it all began in the dark, ancient sea,